Chapter 4: The World as Teacher. Learning from a nation and seeing beyond its shores. If the corporate world sharpened my skills, it was travel that broadened my soul. I never imagined that my work would allow me to see the entire Philippines, not as a tourist, but as someone learning directly from the people who lived in its farthest corners. It was one of the greatest perks of my profession, to know my whole country at company expense while being paid to learn. In those years, the country's infrastructure was still simple, even primitive compared to today. Roads were rough, airports bare, communications slow. But those limitations made every journey unforgettable. I saw the Philippines not from a conference room, but from dirt roads, shoreline towns, provincial markets, and oil terminals built against the backdrop of mountains, rivers, and seas. Each trip taught me something new. I learned how people worked, survived, and dreamed. I saw communities relying on honesty, grit, and resilience. I witnessed the struggles of farmers, the patience of fishermen, and the quiet heroism of ordinary workers. These were the unseen foundations of our nation's strength. My travels were not just about work. They were, without me knowing, lessons in sociology, economics, culture, and human nature. Later, my career brought me beyond Philippine shores, to advanced countries where systems were efficient, cities well-planned, and technology far ahead. There I saw the best and the worst of both worlds, the discipline, order, and innovation of developed nations, the loneliness, broken families, and moral confusion hidden behind their success. It became clear that progress alone does not define a country. Values do, character does, the human heart does. Travel did something else. It validated the education I received in my teenage years. The history I learned in school, Alexander the Great, the Roman Empire, the Ottoman Empire, suddenly made sense when seen alongside real cultures, real people, and real nations. My later reading habits would deepen these insights even more. Looking back now, I realize that all these journeys were not accidents. They were part of the formation God designed for me. Learning my country from top to bottom, learning the world from the inside, learning how nations rise, fall, succeed, and decay, learning how people respond to poverty, power, opportunity, and failure. These travels rounded off my understanding of life far more than any classroom ever could. It was also during these years that God quietly set the stage for another turning point, one that had nothing to do with work, but everything to do with love and family. For in the middle of this fast-paced corporate world, during one of these journeys, I would meet the person who would become my lifelong companion. But that is a story for the next chapter. The chapter where fate, faith, and family converge into the most important foundation of all,